In 1835, Andrew Reed and James Matheson, English ministers who wrote about their travels to the United States, said, quote, "America will be great if America is good. If not, her greatness will vanish away like a morning cloud," end quote. It is my belief that as the United States remained true to our founding Judeo-Christian principles, we have prospered like no other nation on earth. Conversely, as we have strayed away from a moral compass, our fortunes have dimmed. Ronald Reagan spoke of this at an ecumenical breakfast in Dallas in 1984.
I submit to you that the tolerant society is open to and encouraging of all religions, and this does not weaken us, it strengthens us, it makes us strong. You know, if we look back through history to all those great civilizations, those great nations that rose up to even world dominance, and then deteriorated, declined, and fell, we find they all had one thing in common. One of the significant forerunners of their fall was their turning away from their God or gods. Without God, there is no virtue because there's no prompting of the conscience. Without God, we're mired in the material, that flat world that tells us only what the senses perceive. Without God, there is a coarsening of the society. And without God, democracy will not and cannot long endure.
My friends, it is good to confront evil. That's the reality we dispense in today's preamble. We are a good people. It's our way. The American left has sought to rob us of that, but in our hearts, Americans are kind if left to our own devices. Take this, for example, from our friends at Breitbart. Officers from the city of Westlake, Ohio Police Department rescuing a baby deer that got tangled up in a backyard soccer net. The officers successfully freed the fawn. It was whining and crying every step of the way. Now, they garnered praise for their swift and compassionate actions. Now, evil people don't do such acts of kindness and charity. Then there was this. Navy officer traveling 30 hours to surprise his little girl. She was graduating, and he made it there to hold her and express his pride during one of the key moments in any young person's life. Sick and evil people don't do that. And the stories I just showed you encapsulate, I believe, the majority of our people. But that's not to say there aren't evil people within our borders. Good Americans were horrified to learn that evil U.S. policies have led to the government losing over 85,000 illegal alien children. They're just lost. Good-hearted Texans were horrified to learn from the Salcedo Storm podcast that courtesy of evil Democrat policies, Texas and the U.S. are now major hubs for the sex slave trade of women and children.
Well, Chris, I'm very sad to tell you and your audience about this. You know, we all rightfully celebrate the fact that in the Civil War, after spilling so much blood, we ended slavery. Unfortunately, what we have come to find out is that sex slavery is plaguing Texas. This is one where you are forced against your will to sell your body for others to have sex with. And it's right here in the Lone Star State.
One of the major sources of the sex slave trade is the Democrat Party's open borders policy that collude with, enable, and promote narco-terrorists and organized crime. This coordination has led to the modern-day enslavement of human beings. But the Democrat-dominated American government's evil goes far beyond looking the other way and enabling such sadistic depravity. As recent whistleblower testimony reveals, sick and twisted people in our own government are using our money, and they are putting Jeffrey Epstein to shame by actually making government a participant in this evil.
Now, whether it's intentional or not, it could be argued that the United States government has become the middleman in a large-scale, multi-billion-dollar child trafficking operation that is run by bad actors seeking to profit off of the lives of children.